What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video of Rainbow Six Siege. Now we have a lot to cover today that was released and announced today, so without further ado, let's get right into this video. So to start things off, the developers did put a blog out on the Rainbow Six Siege website, or the Ubisoft website, and it's basically talking about the weapon recoil. Apparently someone had submitted a video trying to show the developers, or trying to in a sense complaining and giving submitting a report on how the recoil of the gun was different when you're aiming down the sights with the point of view, and how it will be when normally it will be 50, but normally it should be 60, between 60 and 90, at least from what I read, but when you're aiming down the sights it will be a 50 point of view. So they're basically going to be fixing that. Also, they're also going to be fixing the recoil on the gun. So normally, as of right now on the main server, not on the test server right now, this has been on the test server right now, but we'll go into that later. But as of right now, when you're shooting a gun on the live server, when you shoot a gun, normally with the recoil it goes up, the bullets you kind of just spray up. Now instead of that happening, the guns are gonna vary. So for right now it says pistols, shotguns, and smaller SMGs are not going to be affected by this, so you don't have to worry about pistols having a whole big recoil. For right now, it's just going to be a certain selected weapons that will have a different type of recoil, and I'm not going to name them all, but the list is on the link down in the description down below. Also, the link to this to the blog is also in the link down in the description down below. But what they're basically going to do is, what they said here is, we do not want to overwhelm the players with an instant amount of recoil patterns to learn. So we have divided them into families. Each family will have the same kind of pattern while having small differences to make sure they feel different from one another. So basically, and here's a clip here that they posted. So as you can see here, it's a side-by-side comparison. Normally, the normal recoil before, it would just, when you're shooting the recoil would just go like straight up. Now instead of that, it's gonna kind of differ off to the right. It might even differ off to the left, but for right now it's showing us still it's gonna still go towards the right. So this is the recoil that's gonna be changed. I'm kind of actually, in a sense, I'm actually kind of happy about this and not so happy about this, because I like when I am shooting and the recoil accidentally gets a shot, but I guess some people don't like it, because you can be shooting at one person and the recoil can actually go up and accidentally shoot someone or hit someone else from the enemy team that was behind them, and that recoil automatically is allowing you to get at least 2 kills without having to do much skill. Now with the recoil, you actually have to have some type of skill into aiming when you're using your mouse or whatever, or using your joystick or whatever, not joystick, your controller or whatever, to actually focus on shooting that particular target, because the recoil is going to either differ to the right or to the left. For right now in this video, it's going to differ off to the right. Also, we have some info on some 2 operators that will be getting a buff. One of them is Blitz. Now normally Blitz will be running when he takes a sprint, or when he starts running, his shield is on his side and he's holding out his pistol. Now instead of that, Blitz is going to be running with his shield up in front of him. So he's going to have his shield up at all times unless you're aiming down his sights or reloading. But now when you're running, Blitz will always have his shield up. And I have a video clip here that shows you how it is, and basically how before, where he runs normally without his shield up, but on the test server, as you can see here, he is running with his shield up. So this is one of the changes that are going to be changes to Blitz. Now they did say that this is on the test server, and this is just going to be on the test server. Now there's no guarantee that this will be implemented to the live server. So right now this is all just in the testing period. This is right now where they're going to get as much feedback as possible, and that way, depending on the feedback, they're going to put those changes or they're not going to put those changes. I actually do like the idea of Blitz running with his shield up, considering he has that flash on his shield, which makes it very, in a sense, very good, because he has that flash, he's running up, he's running with his shield up, and he's not running any faster than what he normally is. But the idea of having his shield up and makes him more intimidating, rather than Mongtine, who has that giant shield where he can just walk up with that. Blitz also has that ability to run up with his shield, and he can just start flashing anyone who's in the room or just like rush in with his shield up. So that's something I'm actually very looking forward to. But like I said, this is only on the test server. There's no guarantee that this will be implemented into the live servers. Now the next operator that will be getting a buff is Kapkan. Now in the normal server or the live servers, Kapkan can place down a set of, I don't remember, I think it's four to 3 traps that have a laser sight going across. Now Kapkan is going to be able to place at least five Kapkan traps, but these traps are no longer going to have a laser. So all those glitches that people were doing, those exploits where you can put down a Kapkan trap and the laser wouldn't show, well, that's actually going to happen where Kapkan can put down his trap and there's going to be no laser, there's going to be no heads up that a Kapkan trap is there. But also the thing is with this Kapkan, with considering that he gets his 5 Kapkan traps, the damage on his traps is going to go down a little bit. So normally when you go through a Kapkan trap, it basically kills you instantly, but instead now when you go in through a Kapkan trap, it's going to take you all the way down to at least 40% health, which is actually a big dramatic down of health, but it doesn't kill you instantly as it would normally when you walk in through a Kapkan trap. It's different when shields walk in, the damage will change, but normally when a player walks into a Kapkan trap, he dies instantaneously. Now he's only going to get down to at least 40% health, which is also a somewhat a debuff and a buff because Kapkan is getting 5 traps and also no laser sights on it. In my opinion, well, the thing is, he does get a laser sight when he deploys it. So when he first deploys it, there's going to be a laser sight that goes across. After that, it's about 5 seconds, and I have a clip here, after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, the laser sight is going to go away, and you're no longer going to have that laser going across. So anyone who goes into that room is not going to know there's a Kapkan trap. The only way he's going to find out is if they, let's say, they have IQ that is scanning it, or if they drone it first and they see this trap, they're able to take it. Or even if they see the trap maybe on the door and it's like, oh wait, let me check the door first for a trap, then they're going to be able to know. But other than that, there's going to be no heads up, there's going to be no laser sights, which in my opinion is actually good because Kapkan was actually getting used less, considering that his laser sight was very easy to spot and you can almost instantaneously know there was a Kapkan trap with that red laser sight that was going to cross, which kind of defeat his purpose because Kapkan's supposed to be able to use his traps to use it as like a trap, and people walk in, they get destroyed, or not destroyed, or they get killed or whatever. Now with that laser going across, people were automatically seeing it from like a total distance, like oh, there's a Kapkan trap there, watch out for the Kapkan trap because there's like this red laser sight going across. They take it out and they can get into the room. Now instead of that, Kapkan is no longer going to have that red laser sights going across, so it's going to make it a bit more difficult for the attacking players to at least be able to spot this. The only way they can spot is, like I said, if they drone it or if they're using IQ, who's actually can scan these Kapkan traps. Another thing that just came in right at this moment was that people are having issues with the patch on the PlayStation 4. So from what I gathered and what I've heard is that when people try to download the patch for the PlayStation 4, it will crash the game. Sometimes it won't crash the game, but once they bring up their friends list and try to invite people to a party or to the game, people who have Rainbow Six Siege, if they try to invite them, it's basically going to crash the game. And if they keep doing, and sometimes this actually keeps repeating, that actually it corrupts the hard drive and ends up actually just, like, I guess in a sense, destroying the PlayStation 4. So I just want to let you know, guys, that for those of you who play Rainbow Six Siege on PlayStation 4, if you haven't downloaded the patch, I highly suggest you don't download it right now. Wait till at least Ubisoft goes in and at least I guess in a sense, patches the patch so they can basically fix that problem that's going on. But if you have already downloaded that patch, and if your PlayStation 4 automatically downloads the game in the background, or it automatically updates the games, I suggest you don't invite any friends, don't bring up your friends list, because if you do that, it's going to cause a hard crash, and if you keep doing that, it's going to corrupt your hard drive for your PlayStation 4. And that is pretty much all, guys. That was everything that was announced today for September the 20th of 2017 for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, like I said, everything that is on the test server, including the recoil, the buff for Kapkan, and the buff for Blitz, are all right now on the test server. So if you haven't already, try out the test server. Also, one thing I did forget to mention is that now when you have bad connection, it shows on the top right corner of your screen, and it tells you if you have bad connection, poor connection. If you have good connection, nothing will come up, but if you have poor connection, a yellow indicator will come up. If you're having really bad connection, it will show the red bars and a cable that says red, and basically that's you have really bad connection. I don't like the idea of this. In my opinion, it's very distracting, but I guess that's what they have in the game. The only thing I do when I have bad connection is check my ping, and I hit tab, check my ping on the list, the roster of the people on the game, and that's basically it. I don't want to mind about having some icon on the right hand corner basically saying, oh, you have this low ping, you have this high ping, your ping is, or your connection is horrible. But that's also implemented on the test server. Now, like I said before, all this is only on the test server. There's no guarantee that everything that is on the test server will be implemented into the live server. This is right now all just on the testing phases. They're getting feedback from people. In my opinion, I hope they keep the Blitz, the Kapkan buff, also the recoil. I'm actually very excited about that recoil. In a sense, excited and not excited for the recoil, because I kind of like the idea of just the recoil going up and just straight up, not going off to the side. But anyways, all this is on the test server. If you haven't already, get on the test server right now. I am experiencing some bad connection on the test server. Not sure if this is just me or everyone else is having bad connection, but I believe it's just maybe because everyone is trying to get on and actually try out the new stuff. But hey guys, thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, hit the bell, hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment down in the section down below what you think about this new in a sense patch that's going to be released sometime. There's no date yet when it's going to be released, but right now it's on the test server. Let me know down below what you think of this, and yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you all later. Peace.